Welcome to Circus Maximum in Rome, Italy. This is the location, little history for you guys. Where it is, this big divot in the ground, how large this is, how far it is, it's bigger than a football field, guys. This is the largest stadium that has ever existed. It doesn't exist anymore because it's back from antiquity. And this stadium was built to hold 200,000 people. Almost the same amount of people that have subscribed to this channel, and that is quite a humbling imagery. But I take this very seriously in this platform, and so what we're talking about today is in line with that, right? So we have some news, but first, this is Crypto Tips. My name is Heidi. Please hit like, hit subscribe if you enjoyed these updates. We have our CT Club as well for those of you who want to get even more in-depth information what we're doing with our cryptocurrencies. A link for that is down below in the video description. So, first off, the news. Justin Sun. Do you remember this guy? He is still around. He made so much money being the king of Tron that this guy, I think he's been inspired by governments and by Federal Reserve. He also bought out Huobi, a very popular cryptocurrency exchange, and the Huobi token had been crashing lately. So Justin Sun went ahead and bailed him out. He sent in $100 million, and suddenly Huobi token stopped crashing, but the exodus off of Huobi still is happening. So rightfully so, guys, use the centralized exchange for trading, not as your wallet provider. Thank you. Justin Sun represents everything that crypto is trying to pivot against, right? Other really big news is DCG, Digital Currency Group. The whole thing I was talking about with Genesis and Gemini, those lawsuits happening, well, it caught the attention of US. Now they are being investigated by the US. They're not being accused of anything yet. But they want to poke around. They want to see what actually was happening with these intra-company loans between Digital Currency Group and Genesis. Genesis does custodianship, they do trading, but most importantly, they do lending. And that is where they became over-leveraged. That's where they lost liquidity. Gemini, another centralized exchange, was using Genesis as their lender, basically, for the Gemini Earn program. $900 million worth of users' funds are locked up because Genesis ran out of liquidity. Class action lawsuits came pouring in, and so now they're being investigated. Barry Silbert, his digital currency group, is being investigated. This is huge. A lot of people think, oh my gosh, not another failure of cryptocurrency companies. We can't possibly handle this. Crypto is surely going to be dead if one more crypto company fails. You guys.
Bring it down.
Number one, first of all, this news came out and Bitcoin is doing great. Didn't even really dip. And cryptocurrencies existed, Bitcoin existed far before Digital Currency Group ever existed, far before Barry Silbert decided to invest in Bitcoin and become a big early Bitcoiner, super rich guy. Now he owns a lot of Bitcoin and cryptocurrency companies. Far before that ever happened, cryptocurrency existed. Decentralized networks existed. They function as they were built to, and that will continue to happen regardless of what happens to this outside noise of these centralized custodial platforms that are taking these old traditional financial ideas and trying to make people believe that they're needed for your interaction with cryptocurrencies because they want to get a piece of the pie. They're trying to be the middleman between you and your autonomy, you and your freedom, you and your ability to personally secure your own wealth yourself. It's a beautiful thing. It's why cryptocurrencies was created. And it's why if Digital Currency Group, if Genesis, if Gemini, if whatever, insert any centralized platform or anything fails, good riddance, wash them out. You know why? Because crypto will be all the better for it. There are no bailouts in cryptocurrency. As much as Justin Sun would like to be that person, he doesn't have that much money, and he shouldn't, because the free market is a beautiful thing. Not having governments bail out companies, letting those failing ideas, failed companies fail, is a good thing. Because you know what? Why they're failing, more likely than not, it's because they're doing very, very dishonest things with other people's money. We've seen it play out time and again in this year and last year in 2022, so many years before that. It's because there is a guaranteed fallacy in centralization. That's why cryptocurrencies were created, to try to mitigate that. Let's not get drawn to that. Anyway, Thank you for watching. If you guys enjoy these updates, if you enjoy the scenery, hit like, hit subscribe. I'll see you tomorrow. Still here.